yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I got out of there just to get stuck over here, but hopefully once it passes Birmingham, I guess I can start rolling a little bit. But they're calling it all the way as far as Cuba, which is the state line of Alabama and Mississippi, off of I-59, where I'll be traveling through. So, but I got a good radio station here, and I'll let you know as soon as I'm moving again.
Major loss of life, and again, that tornado.
I sure will. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Center Point, ultimately Trussville. You've got to be in a safe place. You have to be at this point. Again, we're watching your stream. Now, while we watch Brian's stream, and again, we're calling for everybody in the northeast part of Birmingham to be in a safe place. And again, Huffman, Roebuck, Trussville, Roebuck Plaza. Trussville is right here. This thing is approaching Trussville right now. Everybody in Trussville, everybody in Argo, you've got to be in a safe place. This is urgent business, because this is a large, violent tornado that has caused death and injury in Tuscaloosa, and it will continue moving northeast up into St. Clair County. It's basically going right up Interstate 59. So after you go out of Trussville, you've got Argo, then you've got Springville. So for those of you in St. Clair County, this is coming right up your way, and ultimately, Gadsden would be down the line.
We can start moving.
The call to action, everybody in the northeast part of Birmingham.
You're not going to be going up 59.
Trussville, Argo, Sharpeville, Argo, and then across into St. Clair County up to Springville. Now, Isaiah Harper, we're watching this tornado in Birmingham that came through Tuscaloosa. It sounds like it is a total disaster down there. And I think we've lost him. Again, it is very challenging to get the video communication out of these disaster areas, as we have talked about. So, again, as soon as we reestablish contact with Isaiah Harper and John Ocean down there, can you us where you are, what you got?
About on 13th Street. If you know anything about Tuscaloosa, if you go under the overpass just before the University Boulevard on-ramp off of Maclellan Boulevard, Highway 82, it's near the Hobby Lobby, the big lot, Milo, the barbecue restaurant, the Full Moon Barbecue, the Shell gas station across the street, the Krispy Kreme, I'm standing right here in the parking lot. Those businesses are no more. They have been completely leveled. It is a total mess. You have cars on top of cars, buildings crushed, no more big lots, no more Milos. Many of the apartments that some of the students from the University of Alabama are living in, privately owned apartments off campus, those have been touched by the storm, as well as 15th Street that Ocean was talking about. It's a complete disaster here, James.
Okay, and again, we know that there's loss of life, and we know there's a lot of people have been injured. We don't know. The Mayor Maddox doesn't know. Nobody knows. What they got to do is get in there with the first responders and do search and rescue and get people to the hospital. Druid City was hit, the DCH Regional Medical Center. So, again, it is a chaotic situation in Tuscaloosa, but they are good. The city and the first responders, they have been through these things so many times, and they're heroes, right. and they will get this thing done. But Isaiah, you be safe, and go ahead.
Yeah, right. I mean, right now we see a lot of University of Alabama students, of course, they frequent a lot of these restaurants, and we don't know if any of them were in them at the time, but of course a lot of them are standing around right now. The first responders, as you said, are moving back and forth. You probably hear some of the ambulances and the fire rescue in the background there. They're trying to get to the rubble to make sure there's no one missing or there's no one else that's been injured. But as of right now, we have at least one confirmed fatality, and of course it's possible that could climb. As of right now, they have not found any more that have been seriously injured.
Okay, Isaiah, thank you. This whole thing is just heartbreaking. But again, we have to carry on because this thing is far, far, far from over. Let me see what time it is. It's 6:14. And again, this is the storm that produced the deadly destruction in Tuscaloosa and the western suburbs, the northern suburbs of Birmingham. It is now moving northeast. And again, Trussville, Chalkville, Argo, Springville. These communities up here are at risk from this violent tornado. And again, we encourage everybody to stay sheltered, even back into downtown Birmingham until the back edge of this thing passes. But this is a long-track violent tornado that has produced, in John Olshue's opinion, EF4 or EF5 damage in Tuscaloosa with loss of life. This is a serious life-threatening situation as this thing moves on to the northeast, moving up into St. Clair County, out of Jefferson County. And again, you're watching, is it Brian Stream, Jason? I think this is Brian.
Yes, that's Brian.
Okay, this is Brian Peters and Dr. Tim Coleman. You're looking at it in two different ways. You're looking at it visually with the dash cam coming from Brian Peters' vehicle and Dr. Tim's vehicle. And, of course, you're looking at it here on radar. And again, this thing, we've got debris falling from the sky. And the tragic part of this, those places hit in Tuscaloosa, the debris could fall as far away as Rome, Georgia. That's often how far the debris will carry with this. And when you see debris falling from the sky, you know you've had a major tornado disaster. And we've got a lot of debris.
Service in Birmingham has issued a tornado warning for North Central Fayette County in West Central Alabama, Southeastern Marion County in Northwest Alabama, Northern Walker County in Central Alabama, Southeastern Winston County in Northwest Alabama until 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time. At 6:14 p.m. Central Daylight Time, the National Weather Service indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. This dangerous storm was located near Glen Ellen, or 7 miles southeast of Winfield, and moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Carbon Hill, Linton, Arley, Eldridge, Kansas, Mount Hood, Ashbank, Poplar Springs, McDowell Campgrounds, and Winston Free State Fund. This includes US 78 exit numbers 39 through 52. Take cover now. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. To report severe weather, call 1-800-856-0758. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following county: Walker County, Alabama.
Scale we thought stopped at 10. So let's go back to our double box, and I want to show the situation northeast of Birmingham. And again, we're going to do some bouncing between
let's go to the Birmingham Skycam. We have another wall cloud passing over just north of downtown Birmingham.
It's kind of what happened in Tuscaloosa. We have secondary circulation.
There's a secondary circulation. I cannot pan the tower cam any farther to the right. So can we go back to that ALDOT cam, the one in front of St. Vincent's that's looking back to the north? We've got a clear shot of a wall cloud moving just north of downtown Birmingham. So a secondary circulation is developed. There may or may not be a tornado involved in it. And if you guys can pop up that ALDOT cam on the Red Mountain Expressway looking north from near St. Vincent's.
I tell you what, Jason, real quickly, let's go to Mr. Bass from the airport. Sir, can you tell us if there was any damage out there? Oh, Miss, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Right now, what we have done is we have not experienced damage, but we have evacuated the concourses and have passengers in a safer location within the airport.
Okay, well, that's fantastic, because, you know, this was a very close call for you. Is the airport operational now? And if not, when do you expect the things to get back to normal out there?
Well, we are open. However, we don't have any flights coming in right now. They've been delayed. So we are just encouraging anybody that is traveling to check with their airline to find out any updated flight information.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and we appreciate that. We're glad to know that there's no major damage out there. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Locations impacted include Kent and Clay Chalkville, Trussville, Odenville, Springville, Oneonta, County Line, Clay, Argo, Dallas, and Margaret. This includes Interstate 459 exit numbers 31 through 33, Interstate 59 exit numbers 132 through 156. Motorists should not take shelter under highway overpasses. As a last resort, either park your vehicle and stay put, or abandon your vehicle and lie down in a low-lying area. To report severe weather, call 1-800-856-0758. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 7:15 p.m. Central Daylight Time for the following counties in Alabama. 1. Jefferson and St. Clair.
County. That will cause it to weaken and sometimes completely dissipate. I don't think that's happened yet. I don't think we have a completely dissipated tornado, but we do have it what we might term an interrupted circulation. In northeast Jefferson County, you still have a great potential for a tornado on the ground near Trussville, and we're watching that sky cam, and it still has some extremely good inflow. We're looking at a south wind at 19, gusting into the 50s. The peak wind gust there at 52 miles per hour. The dew point still at 70, so the atmosphere is still rich enough over northeast Jefferson County for this to be a very powerful tornado, but the terrain may be interrupting it a little bit. We'll see what happens with this, and that's always an experiment. You never want to count on the terrain interrupting it, but sometimes it can do that.
Got reports of major damage in Forestdale, major damage in Pratt City, major damage to Birmingham Station 18. This is all from this violent tornado that came through Birmingham. And again, the warning continues for parts of Blount, Jefferson, and St. Clair. The tornado is located around local circulation is at around Trussville, Chalkville, Clay, Argo. And again, at this point, it looks as though the organization has weakened somewhat, which is a very good thing. So again, we're going to keep a close eye on that, and certainly you've got to respect this if you're in Springville or any area that is near Springville on Highway 11, Interstate 59, be in a safe place. We're looking at the Trussville Sky Cam. Just because it is weakened to some degree, the organization does not look as good. I'm not saying anybody should disrespect this storm. You've got to stay sheltered until this thing is passed. And I think Ashley is on the phone with us. Is that right? Deborah? Yeah, apparently, okay. We were looking for a scream, and I don't see her. We do have John Brown, and John Brown is in the process of going after this thing. Let's take John's live stream. And again, John is on Interstate 59 headed northeast, and I think clearly that from all indications, the storm structure is not the same as it was as it came through Tuscaloosa and the western and northern suburbs of Birmingham, where there's major damage. And again, I'm telling you, the damage in Tuscaloosa is bad. It is very bad in the area between University Mall and